We will go on the record in the matters 26 CF 08, 26 TR 03, State of Wisconsin versus Jonathan Oyat. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Mr. Oyat appears in person in custody with counsel Renee Landgraf. We're set here today in this matter for a waiver of preliminary hearing and to plea and sentencing. First off, Mr. Oyat, did your attorney go over with you what it is to have a preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the burden is on the state to prove a felony was probably committed and probably committed by you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by waiving your right to a preliminary hearing, you are agreeing the state can meet that burden?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand at a preliminary hearing, your attorney would be able to ask questions of the state's witnesses, call witnesses to testify for you, produce evidence on your behalf, or possibly discover things about the case which could include defenses, but you're giving up those rights today?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the state were not to meet its burden, I could reduce the felony to a misdemeanor or dismiss it altogether, but you're giving up that right today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that once you give up the right, it is forever and you cannot get it back?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to waive your right to a preliminary hearing?
No.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Schmidt, information.
I filed the information. It mirrors the criminal complaint.
Not guilty pleas will be entered on your behalf as to all counts right now, but the parties have reached an agreement and wish the court to proceed with it. Ms. Landgraf, what is the agreement that's been reached?
Your Honor, I did file a plea questionnaire to document 22. My client will plead guilty to count 1, possession of methamphetamine. The joint agreement is a withheld sentence, 3 years probation. The other 2 counts and the accompanying traffic for citation will be dismissed and read in.
Okay, Mr. Oyat, that's the agreement that you reached?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're 47 years old, 10 years of schooling. You have an HSED and you can read, write, you understand the English language.
Yes.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over what the state would have to prove as well as the maximum possible penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
No mental health treatment and no medication, alcohol, or drugs?
No.
Because you're charged with crimes, you are entitled to constitutional rights, and each of those rights is listed on that first page. Did your attorney thoroughly go over those rights with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand them completely?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes.
Do you need me to go over those rights with you in any more detail?
No, Your Honor.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over that plea questionnaire waiver of rights form with you?
Yes.
Is that your signature?
Yes.
You understand everything on that document?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes.
Do you understand that you're pleading guilty to a felony, as such you will no longer be able to use or possess a firearm for life?
Yes.
No longer able to vote in any election until your civil rights are restored?
Yes.
Do you understand the state would have to prove on or around January 1st, 2026, you possessed a substance? The substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine, and you knew or believed that substance was a controlled substance, methamphetamine. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $10,000 or 3.5 years of incarceration, or both?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that I'm not bound to follow any recommendation that the parties have reached?
Yes, Your Honor.
Said differently, I do not have to follow a recommendation for probation, and I could sentence you all the way up to the maximum penalties, which could be prison.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over the criminal complaint with your attorney?
Yes.
Particularly the probable cause section with those facts that are alleged and why they charged you with those crimes?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes.
Are you admitting here today that you in fact did possess methamphetamine?
Yes.
And you knew it was methamphetamine?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Landgraf, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you, Mr. Oyat, for you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing?
Yes.
And voluntarily?
Yes.
Has your attorney represented you competently?
Yes.
She answered all of your questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Has she looked at this matter thoroughly?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Any questions for the court or for your attorney before I proceed?
No, Your Honor.
As to count 1, possession of methamphetamine, How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm going to find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'm going to find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count 1. The remaining counts in the TR matter will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument and sentencing recommendation, Mr. Schmidt.
Possession of controlled substances is not a crime of moral turpitude. It is something that is a medical condition, or it results from a medical condition of substance abuse, which should be treated. I think this is one of those cases, and the court should follow the agreement. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Landgraf?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Oyat's already on probation right now. He's actually on appeal hold, so he will not be released today. Fortunately, his agent, Amber McDowell, she is setting up inpatient treatment for him. So he will be going to inpatient treatment directly from here, which is kind of why we wanted to fast track the plea agreement. So he could just be ready to go to treatment whenever. And I also believe that as part of in the ATR for his current probation, he will be referred to the Burnett County Drug Court program, and Judge is shaking her head. So it looks like she already knows that. So, I mean, inpatient treatment and drug court is no doubt the best course of action for Mr. Oyat right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Oyat, is there anything you want to tell me? You want to let me know? And we go way back, so fill me in.
Yes, Your Honor. Like, me as, pretty well in and out of here just because of my addiction, I believe, that, I could do prison, but
You've done it before.
yeah, and look where it's gotten me, when Amber came up with the suggestion of drug court, I've never done it before, but I think that's where, structure, is what I need, structure in my life, because I get too much, I guess you say, complacent, and it just ends not well. And then I guess my emotions always get the better of me, I'm just tired of being tired of it, tired of that life. So I'm willing to do anything or whatever, any lengths I got to go to get my life back, rather than because, it's either I'm going to die or be incarcerated for the rest of my life because of my addiction. That's just truth.
That is, Mr. Oyat, and it's
sad.
It's sad. It is sad. And what I also find sad is the fact that, I mean, when I say we go way back from, I don't want to say my very first day on the bench, but my first year on the bench is when I first met you. And Mr. Oyat, you can be scary. You can be scary when you're under the influence of illegal substances, when you have had alcohol, especially because in what I've learned from you is once you have a drink, you have all of the drinks and you use all of the things. And that's why I say you become scary. I've had, again, it's weird because I want to say the pleasure, displeasure of knowing you for so long. And I know your son, and I know your daughter, and I know that you're a grandfather, and I know you're going to be a grandfather again. And I know all of these things. And the thing about you, Mr. Oyat, is when I say you can be scary, you can be. I don't know personally. I just know what comes across my desk. But you also have a heart of like a kitten. You have a sweet and kind and gentle soul. You let the devil in. You do. And I wish that you would figure out a way to take control of it. You are able to take control and to grasp many things in your life. You are very strong, stubborn, all of those things. If you could only figure out how to take control of that aspect of your life, you could go far. You could. Once you figure out how to control the methamphetamine and the alcohol and not let it control you, Mr. Oyat, I won't see you in that chair anymore. I want to see you on a rocker in a front porch with your grandbabies on your lap, reading a book, drinking an iced tea. Okay, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see you in orange anymore. I've sent you to prison once or twice. Could send you again if you don't change. I don't want to see that, Mr. Oyat. And I don't want to see the continued cycle with your family. I want Jacob to do better. I want Ashley to do better. I want you to be there and be able to show them, look what dad can do. Look what I can do. Because if you can do it, Mr. Oyat, anyone can. You just have to use that willpower of yours to actually decide to do that. In this case, in which I'm sentencing you, and even taking into account your history and all of those things, this is serious because it's a methamphetamine case. It's a felony. It's not one of the cases where you're out and you're selling drugs or you're using firearms or you're doing other acts, okay? So in looking at this matter, I think probation is appropriate, okay? You're gonna go to treatment and there are gonna be certain things. I'm gonna do the 3 years of probation and here's why. I think you need 3 years of probation because you're going to, part of the condition, a condition is going to go to your treatment that DOC sends you, and you must successfully graduate from that treatment. No running away, no causing havocs. If you're feeling that trauma and that anxiety and frustration, what do?
Talk to somebody.
You don't react,
Yeah.
right? You have to look for somebody and talk to somebody and talk it out because you're going to graduate this time, Mr. Oyat. You're going to, and that's a condition. Another condition is that I'm ordering that you apply for treatment court. If accepted, which no doubt you will be, you successfully complete that.
Okay. Dave Hatch came, I think it was last month. I think we did some paperwork.
You already did it. You already applied and did those things. I have to state it on the record.
Okay.
So that's why.
Right.
But yes, and so that's why I know that about the treatment court, those things, you do need that structure. It's a lot of work, Mr. Oyat. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of going to meetings. It's a lot of going to groups. It's a lot of going to therapy sessions. It's a lot of coming here to court. It's a lot of work.
That's what I need.
You're going to give me pushback. I'm going to push harder. But in the end, Mr. Oyat, because you have to want it, you have to want it. In the end, you're going to graduate and you're going to be a role model. That's what you need. Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Yeah.
All right, they are. So at least this is going to give you more structure and more things to do.
I'm 3 tests away to getting my high school diploma.
Excellent.
Yeah. Pretty excited about that.
I'm very glad to hear that. That
Yeah.
is great. There's something else I was going to say and something probably about your past. Yeah, apparently it wasn't so necessary. Absolute sobriety, no use or possession of any illegal drugs, substances, or paraphernalia. Regular testing. You'll have to have some gainful employment once you're in treatment court. I need your DNA. The jail will make sure that they have that. You have the ability to request it be expunged through a written letter to the Department of Justice. Yours is already in the system. You've been in prison a long time ago. No use or possession of a firearm for life. No voting in any election until your civil rights are restored. $518 in fines and fees that can be paid to probation, not here. report to probation immediately, let them know about the sentence. They do, but just call them and let them know. Ms. Landgraf, you wanted to say something?
He's been on a cash bond since he was arrested, so I believe we've had 57 days credit. That does not include today.
All right, thank you. 57 days of credit if you are revoked. I'm not doing a withheld sentence. That's where I'm getting at. I'm not doing a withheld sentence. I can't if you're going to be in treatment court. So, because I'm a one judge county. So what I'm going to do again, this isn't the most serious. I know I probably should order that you go to prison if you're going to be in treatment court and those things, but this isn't a prison case to me. Even with all of your criminal history, even with knowing those things, it's just not. So I'll do a 1-year jail sentence. That's a big.
And that's where this case ends, not with prison, but with a real chance to break the cycle. The judge made it clear that probation and treatment aren't a free pass. They come with serious conditions and one big expectation: change. Mr. Oyat admitted that addiction has brought him dangerously close to losing everything, and now the court is giving him structure, treatment, and accountability instead of another prison sentence. But here's the question. Will this finally be the moment he turns things around, or will the cycle start all over again?